Hello everyone, this is a quick video that will introduce you to the first two modules in this class. So what I'll be doing every other module or so, I will be making a video. They'll go with a set of modules that you'll be working on. Usually those modules kind of work on the same assignment, so it won't be every week, but it will be pretty frequently. You will see a new video from me, and basically what I do is I show you my screen and I walk through the assignments and where to click. That way you know what to look for. I can also give you tips and more instructions on completing these assignments. These videos are really important, not only because I spend a little bit of time making them, but also because this is the kind of information that I would give if you were to be in a face-to-face class with me. So I like to give instructions and also some guidance as far as completing assignments and kind of point some things out to you that you may not have noticed. So that's what the purpose of these videos are for. I try to keep them pretty short, and then that way it won't take up too much of your time to watch them. I usually recommend watching them kind of at the beginning of the module, so that way you have a good sense of where we're going with it. So what I'll be doing is showing you my screen. You will not see this big lock symbol. I don't know what that is. That'll hopefully go away. So as soon as you come on the home page, you'll see the first couple of announcements. It's really important to read those. You can interact with me on the announcements as well by replying to them, although I don't see that right away. So if you have a question, make sure that you email me. And then the syllabus page is also an important place to start. So if you are just logging in and you see this in the announcement and you watch the video, make sure that you do access the syllabus. The syllabus for the class goes over the policies for the class, as well as things like the course description and learning outcomes, what the assignments should look like, and then things that are important like the late work policy, which is important to keep in mind. I'll keep reminding you about the late work policy, but there is assignments are open for 1 week after the due date, and there is a 5% late penalty for every day that you turn it in late. We also have 16 modules, and so they are all due, so you'll have one due per week per Sunday, with the exception of spring break, so you'll get an extra week in there. The last day of the class is actually a Thursday, so keep that in mind. That way that I should have time to grade everything. The other thing that you want to look at is the course at a glance. This document shows you all of the assignments that you'll turn in for points this semester, and it's really handy to just print it out and just kind of keep it. I keep mine posted next to my computer so I can keep track of what assignments we're working on and how many are per module. So you can see that we have 16 modules, but there are some modules where there's only going to be one assignment due, maybe one or two assignments due, and so I try to spread them out throughout the semester. So if you are taking some classes that are in 8 modules, and this one feels like there might be more to do, it's just because we're spreading them out a little bit more. So you'll click on the module. So this is where you want to go first when you get in, and if you see any new announcements, you want to go to the modules page afterward. The modules page is where you'll start to see all of the information for the class. So all of the assignments are listed in modules. You cannot access them in any other place other than your to-do list. Now it's important that you don't just click on the assignments in the to-do list. So you can see them over here on the side. If you just click on the assignment, it's just going to tell you the assignment. It's not going to give you all the information that you need in order to complete the assignment. So the modules is where you want to go first. Getting started information will give you information about how to get your textbook, how to access your email, and all of that. Once you're done looking through a module, you can minimize it. Information about academic honesty is really important. Plagiarism is a big issue in student writing and writing classes, and so we want to make sure that students are well aware of what it is and how to avoid it. So make sure you look through that information, and then you can see that the first 2 modules are open. We have an introduction to reading and writing, and then we have descriptive writing as our first type of writing that we'll cover. So we've got 4 or 5 different types of writing that we'll actually cover this semester. And so the idea is that we're getting you prepared to enter into Comp 1, where you'll do a similar idea, where you'll look at different types of writing in a more formal setting, and usually with longer assignments. So we try to stick with shorter assignments in integrated reading and writing. Since we are at the developmental level, we're trying to make it so that you are just comfortable with the ideas is, and so that you get yourself prepared to enter into Comp 1. So each module is set up the same way, and I also have it set so that in order to complete the module, you have to look at all of the items in the module. And yes, I can see who looks at things and who doesn't. So if you click on something, you'll be able to see the overview, for example, you'll be able to see the information. And then something like a reading assignment might have you mark it as done. So once you have finished reading through, you can go through and mark it as done. And I have it marked as done just in case you get interrupted while you're reading. Then you can go back, and once you're sure that you've gone through all of it, then you mark it as done, and then you go to the next thing and the next thing. The Welcome Eml Assignment is one of the first assignments I want you to complete, and that is to send me an email including this information about yourself. And so once you've done that, I will respond to you, and you'll get your points. I go ahead and manually put your points in the grade book. Introduction discussion board, this is pretty standard for a class. Any class is going to have an introduction discussion board or similar type of assignment where you get to introduce yourself to your classmates, and it's just to build a little bit of a community. In an online class, you don't get to see your classmates. You don't get to interact in the same way that you would in an on-site class, and so we really want to make sure that students are kind of aware of who's in there. You will be doing some collaborative type work in this class, so it's nice to know who's in your class and know a little bit more about them. Also helps me, of course. So this is integrated reading and writing, which means there are most of our assignments will fall into 3 categories. There's going to be a reading assignment where you answer questions about it. It's going to be a writing assignment where you are practicing certain writing strategies, or it's going to be a grammar assignment. And the grammar assignments are all quizzes. So the reading assignments, this is your first reading assignment. So I'm breaking it out into the 2 modules. So this first module, you'll do the reading assignment, and then the next module, you do the writing and the grammar assignment. And so you'll kind of see a pattern going there with the back and forth between the 3. This one's to read Dave Barry's The Ugly Truth About Beauty. It is a satire. You might find it humorous if you want to think of it that way. And I do have the article copied here in case you don't get your textbook in time. Textbooks are all rentals, so you've already paid for it. All you need to do is get it. And for some students, that's an issue. So once you have completed the questions to submit an assignment, you'll click on Start Assignment, and you will upload your file. Prefer Word document or PDFs to upload. It also works with Google Drive, so you can upload all of your assignments in that way. So that'll be the last thing that you complete in the first module. So the module due dates are set. So the first module is due the first Sunday, and the next module is due the next Sunday. I've got the 2 open. So once you finish these 3 assignments, you can go ahead and start working on module 2. And so I try to open things together if they go together, but also keeping in mind that some things need to be submitted first. There may not be the next module open if there's something you have to submit before you can move on. In module 2, same idea. We'll have the overview. I'll have this video posted in there. Another reading, you'll be reading the chapter on understanding narration and description, and then you'll be completing your first writing assignment, which is a discussion board. Most of your writing assignments will be files that you turn in, so it'll be a paragraph or an essay, but this one is actually set up as a discussion board just so that you have another opportunity to collaborate with your classmates. And basically you're thinking of a moment in your life and you're going to describe it in your post, and you'll post it and your classmates will respond to you. So it's just a different way of setting up your writing. And then we'll do our first grammar exercise, which is looking at basic sentence structure. And so this is what you'll read once you've read through the chapter, or at least look through the chapter. Then you can go in and you can take the quiz. All of the quizzes are 10 questions, 20 points. And they are ones that you can take as many times as you want to. However, they pull from a pool. So every time you retake a quiz, you will probably get new sentences. So the more times you take it, theoretically, the better you will understand the grammar concept. So those are the first two modules, and that's kind of what the class looks like. There are plenty of other buttons over here. The discussions are only the discussions that are open and available, so you can go straight there if you want, if you know you're completing a discussion board. The grades tab will show you all of the assignments that we're working on this semester and how many points they're worth. If you want to know your current grade in the class, click on this, because it will show you your total out of the 1,000 that we have for the class, as opposed to just the points that are graded. So and kind of will show you a different perspective on your grade if you uncheck that button. So this video has just been to cover these first two modules. I will be making a new video for the next set of modules. Being new to this class, you can email me, or you can use Canvas to help you communicate with me. I've got my office phone number, my cell phone number for texting that are listed on the home page. And so there are plenty of ways to communicate with me if you're having trouble with anything. Please don't hesitate to reach out, and I look forward to hearing from you.